second. Alright. Rolling. That's rolling. Camera 1, 2, everything set. Okay, audio is okay. Webcam is good. Okay. Hello everybody, this is PhD podcast number 7. We are here with Kimberly, not what, not who, but how with an E. Kimberly Howe with an E. We are here with Kimberly Howe. She was born March 8th. I don't know if it's 1995 or 1996, assuming it's 1995. And she started working at Chick-fil-A in the year of 2011. She is single currently. She's Christian, and I'm gonna stop the introduction because we wanna hear it from you. Briefly introduce yourself, please.
Alright. Hi, my name is Kimberly Howe. I am a senior here at Battlefield High School, and
Your interests?
I do have interests. I like to dance. I'm at Spotlight Dance Company, and I also just really love math, which is kind of dirty, but I do love math. And like he said, I work at Chick-fil-A, and I absolutely love it.
And you're in Calculus BC right now, right?
Yes.
So that proves that she is in love with math. And I was in math class with Kimberly, and she was a magnificent student. She always got A's and B's, and it was crazy. I always got like C's and B's, so that was crazy on my part. Okay, so before we jump onto your high school life and your actual like life, I wanna talk about something that was on your Facebook, and I don't know when it was posted, but on April 5th, 2010, you said, "I wish wishes came true." And we are gonna make that happen today. We're gonna make Kimberly's. Can I call you Kim?
You can call me Kim.
Okay, Kim's wish come true today. So that was 2010. It's 2013 now. So let's make that happen. So you posted this thing called bucket list.
Yeah.
Like a long time ago. I don't know when.
That was back in 8th grade, I think.
8th grade, and you wanted your wishes to come true. So let's make that happen. I don't know what number it was. Okay, so number 12 of your bucket list, you said you literally want to kick a bucket. So we have a bucket here. We don't have an actual bucket. We couldn't find one, but
it's a crate-like bucket.
Crate-like bucket. You can kick it. You can kick it for us.
Can I kick it?
Yeah, you can.
Okay, I can stand up for this?
Yeah, I guess.
All right.
Yeah. All right, kick it.
Kick.
All right, number 12 is your wish came true.
It happened.
And it said to win something for number 19, and I will give you a prize after the midterms because that's a prize, right?
Yeah. And thanks.
And there are some interesting wish lists here. Eat Taco Bell while riding a horse, and she wants to go to Taco Bell drive-thru and demand a McChicken, Big Mac, and an Egg McMuffin, then complain and threaten to sue when they insist that they don't have it. Why do you want to do this?
I guess back in 8th grade, I was just such a rebel, and I just wanted to really stick it to Taco Bell that they should get Big Macs and such. Yes.
So, have you ever done that before?
No, I haven't.
No?
One day.
Maybe after this.
Yeah.
Maybe. 27 on the list, write a song about a guy.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming you can play any instruments or...
I used to play the cello, and I'm teaching myself guitar right now, so maybe I could whip up something, but, yeah, I don't know, I guess I've wanted to write a song about a guy. I forgot about that one.
Do you enjoy singing?
Yes, I really love singing when I'm at home and nobody's there. Ever.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, there's only 2 guys in the room today, so we will listen to Kimberly's magnificent voice in the middle of the podcast, so you have to kind of tune in. You can't leave the podcast. Learn how to whistle. Yeah. Can you whistle?
I honestly have been working on it for a couple years, so hold on. Here we go.
That works. Good job. Number 71 off the list now. And there was one interesting thing that I wanted to get it over with before this whole podcast starts. And that was, can't find it now. Can't find it. That's not good.
Oh, no.
Can't find it. Oh, okay. Well, this is not it. This is not it. But this was interesting. You said you want to kiss a guy's toes. It has to be the same guy. Each kiss the toes of one of his feet at the same time.
Yeah, that one obviously takes some explanation because I'm
does.
sure that isn't like the most common thing. My friend Katie DeAngelis and I thought of that one, and she's so weird, and she came up with that one. So she just wants us, at that time, like, and still now, like, I've actually never even like kissed a guy. So she would like kind of
just kiss the
make
toes.
fun of that. So she was like, yeah, well, could you kiss his toes? I'm like, I guess so.
And is that still gonna remain in your bucket list?
It has to.
It has to, yes.
Especially now, it's
all out there.
It's gonna be on the internet.
If you like Kimberly, I mean, I guess. What am I saying? Okay, number 46. I'm gonna make this happen today. You want to go out with someone for exactly 1 hour, 37 minutes, and 43 seconds. So, Kimberly, you're going out with me today, right now, at this second.
Right now.
She is my new girlfriend.
Oh.
Let's see, 1 hour, 37 minutes, and 43 seconds. Want to go out with me, Kimberly?
Yes, Jaehoon.
Okay, the time started, the clock started. After 1 hour, 37 minutes, and 43 seconds, our relationship will end.
Yeah.
Sadly.
I'll dump her.
Yeah, she'll dump me. She'll text me and dump me. And I'll put that.
Make it real official.
Put the text right here or here, somewhere in between. Like, yeah, with the heart breaking and stuff.
Yeah.
All the special effects. Okay, now let's jump onto your life because we are done with your bucket list. So she was born March 8th, 1995. Oh, we said all that stuff. Your favorite quote is me, I am an artist. I am an artist in my thoughts, to which language can be restrictive. And I know you are a huge fan of grammar and language arts. When did that interest start for you?
Wow. I have no idea how, but ever since I was little, I was just always really, really good with grammar, and I would always like correct people, like even adult, like their use of good and well. And then just as I got older, I had this teacher, Miss Majeski, in 8th grade. And she had all these like grammar worksheets. She was kind of like Miss Johnson, and I loved them. Like, I just picked up on it so quickly, and I wanted to be a doctor, so I was like, oh, I'll go into Latin because that's useful for becoming a doctor. And eventually I didn't want to be a doctor anymore, but I still absolutely love Latin, and I think it makes the most sense out of all languages ever.
Oh, even English?
Even English.
Well, because English derived from Latin.
Yeah.
I don't know much about it,
it's
but
a mix of German and Latin, but.
So you still love these grammar stuff and language stuff.
Yeah.
What is your dream?
My dream, actually, I want to be an engineer. Which isn't much to do with anything artistic or linguistic, but it is. Engineers are usually notorious for being bad writers, so I guess I'll just break that stereotype.
And what type of field do you want to jump into?
I want to be a civil engineer.
Civil engineering. Can you kind of elaborate on that? What do they do?
Sure. They build bridges and water filtration systems, just different infrastructure for building a city and developing a civilization. And I want to be an engineer without borders. It's like a doctor without borders. You travel to third world countries and just try to improve the infrastructure there, whatever's needed. So yeah.
Yeah. Well,
travel.
We know that you are a very intelligent student.
Thank you.
You already got accepted to several amazing colleges, and you got all the scholarships. I saw the statuses, and congratulations. What college do you want to go to when you graduate?
Right now, I have to say my number one is University of South Florida. A lot of it's because it's far away and in Tampa, which is pretty nice, but they're also offering me a good amount of money, and they do have a good engineering program, so
That's good.
Yeah, that's my number one choice right now.
And I have a question for you: math versus grammar.
Oh man.
Which one would you pick?
I'm gonna have to go with math, just because math is really, really consistent, and grammar, people have changed language over the years, and a lot of grammar rules, like ending a sentence in a preposition, which I love correcting people when they misuse that. It's pretty awful, but that has become obsolete. People don't follow that anymore. So grammar is always changing and can't be perfect. But math is always perfect. Always makes sense.
So you would prefer math over
Yes,
language? Okay.
definitely.
All right. So your favorite artist is Firefly, Jimmy Needham, Christian Stanfield, Reliant K, Kelly Matthews, etc. Your favorite author is C.S. Lewis.
Yes.
And what is your favorite book
Oh
from
man.
the author
Okay,
C.S. Lewis?
Yeah. I'm gonna have to say Screw Tape Letters. The Screw Tape Letters he writes. Most people just know him for the Chronicles of Narnia, but he writes the Screw Tape Letters, which is a fabulous book about. It's kind of strange, but if you read it, it's really interesting. It's like this demon that's trying to tempt a man to fall into sin, and it's letters from his uncle, who's like a head demon. It's letters from his uncle to him, giving him advice on how to do this, and it's really interesting.
Oh wow. My girlfriend is just so intelligent, and I'm lucky to have you.
Yeah.
Lucky to have you.
Yeah.
You joined Facebook on May 18th, 2009. Your first status was just got a Facebook. That was posted obviously on May
Clever.
18th, 2009. Yep. And the next day you posted, and a lot of high schoolers post these kind of statuses, and I always wonder why. Perhaps you can explain it to me today. May 19th, 2009. Excessively bored. May 25th, 2009. Bored is such an understatement for my describing current condition. Help. June 4th of 2009. Bored, confused, who knows why. Obviously not I. June 16th, you said, attempting to teach myself how to whistle. Oh, yeah, that we got it covered. Yeah, and August 10th, yawn was your status. August 11th, boredom is such an understatement for describing my current state. Again. Yeah. So why are you always bored?
That was in 9th grade, right?
Yeah.
I obviously did not have enough homework, and I didn't have college applications to do.
And what do you do when you have free time?
In my free time now?
Other than getting bored?
Yeah, I actually, going back to how much I like math and physics, I like to watch weird videos on YouTube and Khan Academy about math and physics. That's
Why
what
are
I
you getting
do.
red right now?
It's a little embarrassing.
It's
but
hot. It's
yeah.
not embarrassing.
Hold on, I need my water.
Yeah, she needs her water.
Handy dandy.
I do. I watch weird videos on YouTube. Not that kind of weird videos, but like physics kind of thing. Like I have my interests. Not physics, obviously, but like video editing stuff, and I'm sure my cameraman Kent can agree with me, right? Sure. I got a sure from my cameraman. If you couldn't catch that. Okay, so you started working on Virginia Tech application on August 2012, but you still haven't finished. What happened there? What happened?
I lost motivation when I got into all my other schools. Tech didn't have like early action, they just had early decision, and I wasn't willing to bind myself to tech, so I was like, oh, I'll just apply regular, and all the ones that I applied early to responded back and said, yeah, you got in, we'll give you money, and I was like, why am I applying to tech anymore? Then again, if I go to tech, this will be really awkward, and let's hope they don't see that.
Did you apply to tech now, or
still in the process.
Still in the process because they extended their deadline, and and that moment you were just like, yes, a little bit more procrastination.
It's not procrastination. It's ironing out the details, perfecting my application.
Yep.
Definitely.
Oh, okay. June 10th, 2009 was when your bucket list was posted.
Yeah.
So let's clear that out. All right. So let's jump on to your actual life. Well, I guess that was your actual life, but let's draw a timeline here. So where were you born?
I was born in Ridgecrest, California, which is in the southern part with the desert. Yeah.
Oh, so you're a desert girl.
Yeah, it's like California, but not like California, you know, like just the dry, kind of boring part of California.
And did you live there until?
I didn't live there for very long. We moved to Virginia when I was probably 2, I think. Yeah.
So you don't have much memories back there.
No, I mean we visited because my mom's family's over there.
Oh,
But other than that,
and which state do you like better?
That's tough. I do really like Virginia, but I am not a fan of the cold, which is probably why I'm going to Florida for college. So.
Well, I hope that works out good for you. Wait, that's wrong grammar, right?
Works out well.
Well, for you,
Thank
yeah.
you.
There we go. Okay, so you moved from California to Virginia when you were 2. Were you in this area since then, or?
Yeah. Originally we were in Fairfax, but then, we went to Gainesville and then to Haymarket. So we've been in, the close northern Virginia kind of area.
And what was your favorite memorable event that happened to you during your elementary school years?
Oh my goodness. That's back. Gotta think about this one. I did go to Disney World in 2nd grade, and that was my first time going to Florida, and it was just so exciting. First time at Disney World, and I was there with my dad's side of the family, all of our cousins and aunts and uncles and grandparents, and yeah, that was a lot of fun. It was.
So that was your favorite moment?
Yeah, that's it.
Is Florida your favorite state out of all
It would seem so, yeah.
Yeah, you're going to college there, and well, you didn't make a decision yet, but
but
yeah, most likely. We'll see in a couple of months, and you can look back to this video and be like, back then I wanted to, whatever.
Yeah.
Back then I went out with Jaehoon, and
Oh yeah. Biggest mistake of my life. Just kidding.
Your middle school life. Now we're gonna jump onto your
Okay.
middle school life. 6th grade, I think that's middle school. Is that considered middle school? Because in
Yeah.
Korea, 6th grade is considered elementary school.
Oh, yeah,
So-
6th grade is middle.
What was your favorite moment back in middle school ages?
I don't know if it was a really big moment, but it was kind of, it was just an overall crazy time in, like right before 7th grade we moved. It was just from, Gainesville to Haymarket, but for like the first time ever, I was going to be at a school without my sisters. I have one older sister and one younger sister, so we always are, together at school. And for the first time, I wasn't going to have either of them. And also, I was moving, so I didn't know anybody. So that was just kind of, I do like meeting new people, so it was exciting for me, just having to meet new people when I went to Bull Run.
And was there any hardships that you had to overcome other than not having your sisters in school?
No, that was the biggest one. I mean, also I used to run track back in middle school, and just wanting to fit in on the track team, and yeah, it was mostly that, but it was pretty good for the most part. I had fun.
And did you start your dancing career? Not career, but like your hobby?
Yeah, I actually have been dancing since like I moved out to Virginia.
Oh, wow.
Since I was like 3. So yeah, I didn't get as serious into it though.
And are you in the dance team or anything
No,
like that?
not the dance team here.
What kind of dance are you?
I do tap, jazz, and ballet at in a company. So it's not as much of like here they do more hip hop and jazz. We just do more classic jazz and tap technique kind of
So
thing.
like those steps.
Yeah.
Bernard showed us. Bernard was our last previous interviewee, and he danced for us. So we will see how Kimberly
I do like tap dancing.
tap dancing.
Yep.
We'll the credit part on the credit part of the video.
Okay.
We'll have Kimberly's tap dancing. So you gotta tune in. Okay, so middle school, the hardest thing was not having your sisters in school and just that inconsistency. Now let's jump on to your high school year. When ninth grade started, did you attend the freshman orientation?
Yep.
And did you know a lot of friends or?
Yeah, I had my one friend I mentioned, Katie DeAngelis. Like, I had her, and she was one of my best friends. And I had some old friends from before I moved that were coming here. But I mean, it's a big school. You know, it's hard to know people before you get here.
So how did you feel on that day, your freshman orientation day?
I felt really lost. I am not the best with directions, and I was totally determined I would be lost on the first day of school.
And were you?
In a way. I stared at the map and just, tried to do the best I could. I wasn't late to any classes, and I didn't get too lost, but I definitely didn't know my way around very well.
And did you go to homecoming?
Yes, I did, freshman year.
With who?
Just a group of friends. They were all girls. Yeah.
And how was that? Because for some people, it was a cultural shock. It was like, oh, high school dance is so dirty.
Yeah, I actually was really optimistic going into the dance. Like, I was like, yeah, you know, this is so exciting. Like, you get dressed up. I mean, like, you don't wear a dress, but, you know, girls, like, we get excited to wear a dress. And, you know, I was like, yeah, I'm just going to go all 4 years and I'll go to prom and this will be so fun. And I went to the first, the freshman homecoming and decided I didn't want to go to any more school dances. It was not really for me. I do dance, obviously, but not the way most people dance at school dances.
So you didn't go to any other homecomings after that?
Nope.
And are you planning to go to prom?
Yeah, I'm planning to go to prom. I went to prom last year. I haven't gone to homecoming, but I did go to prom last year, and I just...
With whom?
Nick D'Alessandro was, like, my buddy, and then we all went as a group of friends.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, if you're a guy and if you want to ask, don't ask
right
her.
now.
Not right now because
We're
she's mine.
dating.
So, maybe later if something happens between
In an
us.
hour or
in
so.
an hour or so. If something happens, you definitely go for Kimberly. But you gotta look handsome, right? What's your preference in guys? What do you look at?
Wow.
You can be truthful here, cause I
Yeah,
can say
of
when I
course.
see girls, I just look at them, like how they look, how pretty they are.
Yeah, I mean, I guess looks, like, there's the eyes and the hair kind of thing, but I really like when a guy's funny, like, I don't know, and when they're smart. That's a big thing.
So smart, funny guys, and any race preference? It's not being racist. There's a preference, and there's a difference between having a preference and being a racist.
Yeah, I don't mind. I mean, I think Asians are cool, obviously. Obviously I don't have anything against white people. I don't know. I don't look at the race too much.
Okay, so any guys that are smart and handsome?
You make me sound desperate.
No, she's not desperate. She's hard to get. But yeah, so ninth grade was a breeze. Now let's jump on to your sophomore year.
Okay.
Your sophomore year, you get your pre-AP classes and you have to get ready for your junior classes, right?
Yeah.
And how did the whole process go for you? Just describe it in a sentence because you are this language artistic
Okay.
girl. Describe your whole 10th grade in a sentence.
Okay. Sophomore year. It was really confusing because I had a lot of hard classes and hard pre-AP classes mixed with really, really easy classes like world geography. And not to say anything bad about regular history classes, but there are a lot of kids in there that don't try as hard. And yeah.
That was a long one sentence.
There's a lot of semicolons.
Yeah. So let's get into details. 10th grade, you just said you had a lot of hard classes, hard pre-AP classes.
Yeah, harder classes. Latin, any foreign language gets a little harder with each year. Math, I was in Algebra 2 Trig with Miss Augsburger, and I loved that class, but it was really stressful, and you had about like a quiz every day, so not too easy.
And you were in a regular history class?
Yeah, world geography.
Was that, the content must be easier than pre-AP,
Yes.
but what it sounded like you had a hard time there. What was causing that trouble?
I would not have survived if Christine wasn't there. It was just really hard because a lot of the kids goofed around, and obviously you don't need to focus because it's not that hard. But I mean, I don't know. They goofed off a lot, and it was not that fun of a class. If I didn't have Christine Choi there, I probably would have exploded by the end of the year.
Thank you, Christine.
Thank you, Christine.
Thank you. Okay, so sophomore year, were there any challenges that you had to overcome and any hardships?
During sophomore year.
Any friendship-wise, maybe someone bothered you, someone kind of like hit you in the hallway, or I don't know.
Actually, no, nothing really happened sophomore year. I know that's really weird, and I think sophomore year was actually a good year because I really distanced myself more from, freshman year. You get all into your social life and, seeing how many friends you can make and, where you should go before the bell rings, to hang out and meet people. So, I think sophomore year was better actually because I wasn't so focused on all of that kind of stuff. I was just more focused on my close friends like Christine, the people that I could really count on.
So sophomore year, you really saw this change within you, and was that kind of inspiring to yourself?
I guess, yeah. I mean, I didn't notice it really until I just looked back and in retrospect, but it definitely, I think it helped me a lot just mentally and, with my whole life in general, I think was just improved from freshman year because, I was focused on more important things.
And what was your worst mistake you've made during your sophomore year? So the sophomores who are watching the video could learn, I will not do that.
Okay, let me think about this one too.
Because you're just perfect. There might be no mistakes. You can just
What did I struggle with?
I know.
I had a sister. She's 2 years older than me, and she was a senior when I was a sophomore. And I guess I do wish I had been closer to her because, you take advantage of the fact that they've always been there, and you do know that they're going to go off to college, but you don't realize that you'll really miss them that much. So I guess my little sister's a sophomore right now while I'm a senior, so you better appreciate me while I'm here, Becca. So.
That was a direct message to your little
message to Becca.
And okay, so your sophomore year, it seems like a little bit rough year academically, but the hard classes and the easy classes kind of balanced out, so it was easier than the upcoming junior year and senior year, right?
Yeah, definitely.
All right. So, and you didn't go to homecoming?
No.
Any relationship kind of thing happened during that time, sophomore year? Freshman year. There is something right. I can see it in your face.
It was more that freshman year I had not the best relationship, so and it was very short, and it was at the beginning of the year more so, and after that I decided that dating probably wasn't for me, so I actually sailed through the rest of high school until right now, obviously,
until right now.
Without dating anybody because sophomore year was pretty good.
So that boy gave you kind of like a trauma, or
if he watches this, he'll laugh at that. But I don't know if I'd call it a trauma, but definitely like I would say an enlightenment. I think it was best that I decided not to date. It goes back to like being too concerned with your social life. I feel like some people just bounce from guy to guy and they need a boyfriend, and I think having a bad relationship freshman year helped me realize that you don't have to have a boyfriend. So if it's gonna be a problem for you, don't bother with it.
Well, we are obviously here with a very independent woman, Kimberly, not who, but Kimberly Howe, and we're gonna jump onto your junior year, which is probably one of the most hardest years that you had to live.
Yep.
Right? So your junior year, this is gonna be like the essential question thing, but how many AP classes did you take?
junior year. Let me think. I didn't have too many. I did have A push with Miss Mayeri, so it's like super A push because Miss Mayeri is pretty strict and demanding. I had Fag Math, which isn't AP, I don't think, but
it's really challenging.
it's Fag Math, so
yeah,
you know, anybody who's in that class, best of luck. And I had AP English with Mr. Brown, so that was a little challenging too. I'm actually not, I really like school, but I don't read books, so it was kind of challenging having to read books so fast in that class. Yeah, that was pretty rough.
What was the worst book you read during junior year? School book.
Maybe Scarlet Letter.
Scarlet Letter.
I didn't like that one that much.
I did not like that either.
Yeah.
Did the Scarlet Letter, the husband of the lady?
Yeah.
Was your boyfriend kind of like that? Like just like careless?
Maybe. Yeah. Maybe. Yeah. Just I don't know, more into himself kind of thing. Yeah.
So if you want to know more about Kimberly's romance life, you can go read Scarlet Letter, and that will help you throughout your high school year, and you'll know more about this perfect girl, Kimberly. Not what, not who, but how. All night yesterday, I was just thinking of this phrase over and over again. Kimberly, not what, not who, but how. But anyway. So, A push, you mentioned A push. The super A push. I'm guessing that was the most challenging class for you. And what made the class super challenging?
I'm just really not the best with history. I think, AP history classes, they're really, really interesting. And I love to sit in the class and learn and hear the teacher talk. But when it comes to taking the test, I don't retain the information very well, I guess. I do wish, if I could go back, I wouldn't have taken AP Government this year or A Push last year. Because, if history's not for you, it's going to be a difficult class.
Anyway, your junior year, you said you went to prom with...
Nick D'Alessandro.
Nick, okay. Yeah. So, Nick, your best friend?
Just a really old friend. He lived across the street from me back when I was in Gainesville. He moved there when we were both in kindergarten. So, and his family showed me the church where I go to now. So, we've been family friends. We've just kind of grown up, and we worked at Chick-fil-A together. So. Oh. Yeah.
And one question about Nick: is he handsome? In your eyes, through your lens.
Yeah. I think he's handsome, yeah.
Were you like, oh man, I wish I could go out with him? No, Nick's not the guy. No. Sorry, Nick. Sorry. But you decided to go to prom with him. Did he ask you out, or?
We both thought it would be fun, especially, I don't know if you know Anna Moser.
Oh, I do know her.
Yeah, we all three kind of grew up together because we all lived in the same neighborhood, right near each other. So, it was her last year going to prom, so we both wanted to go to prom with her. So, yeah, Nick and I just thought it was a cool idea. It would be fun. We had fun.
Anyway, it's 30, 30, 30, 30, 30, 30.
Oh
so
God.
It's congratulations. I think we will take a love shot.
Okay.
You know the thing that you do?
No.
You go like this.
Around. Okay.
Our celebration, 30 minutes. Okay, so let's jump on to your senior year. To sum up your junior year, it was kind of hard, bumpy. Bumpier than sophomore and freshman year. You kind of had to work hard for classes. You actually have to work hard.
Yeah.
And did you have any colleges in mind back then?
I was actually kind of looking into tech. I did know for sure, I've always known though that I really wanted to go far away. So I liked the idea of tech, but I just really wanted somewhere out of state, far away, go away from home kind of thing. I was looking at, Pennsylvania schools. Yeah, Dream School, Carnegie Mellon, but...
And why do you want to just move away?
I love my family. My mom always thinks that I hate her. I must hate her because I want to move away. But I don't know. I really want to travel and I want to go off and be on my own really badly.
And speaking of traveling, have you ever traveled to other countries or other states?
Yeah, this past summer I went on a missions trip to Montenegro, which no one knows where that is, but it's over by kind of by Greece, like by Serbia, over in Eastern Europe. So that was a really cool experience for me. It was my first time leaving the country, actually. And, it was, none of my family members went, so I was totally, on my own and in my church group, obviously. But, that was an amazing experience. For sure.
And tell me I'm sure the whole trip was a what's the word? The whole trip was a cut. What's the word? Okay, so I'm sure the whole okay, cut. Okay, so I'm sure the whole trip was a enriching experience. What is your favorite moment of the whole trip?
I really liked when we went to this camp called Vuce with a bunch of the kids that we were ministering to, and there was this one day where we just had fun, and I got to hang out with some of the girls, and we just did each other's hair and rolled down hills and just laughed, and it was a lot of fun. Yeah.
So that day is your favorite moment of the whole trip?
I always hold on to that moment.
Well, that was junior year, right?
That was right before senior year.
Oh, okay. So kind of like junior year.
Yeah, between junior and senior.
And any other things you did that are memorable during that summer?
I do always go on this church camp trip to, can't think of it, Bryan College in Dayton, Tennessee. My church goes every year, and that's, it's always memorable. But this year especially, a lot of my friends that were there, it was a really fun camp, to hang out with friends, and we learned a lot. We had a really cool Bible study kind of thing. It was awesome.
And was junior year the year that you got into kind of like a video editing kind of thing? Because I remember watching one of your videos and I thought, wow, this video is really well done.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, I do remember kind of back in 7th grade, I used to think videos were cool. I found out what Movie Maker was, and I like to make stop motion animation kind of thing, but they weren't too high quality. But yeah, I'm really into, computer art kind of thing. I said I'm in the IT program. I'm on the graphics side. So I've always really enjoyed making things on the computer, and yeah, I do like video editing. It's interesting.
So you're just your interest is very diverse. It's in various areas. But your favorite is math.
Yes.
Okay. Now let's jump on to your senior year, which you are currently in. You are a senior.
Right now.
What was the worst thing that happened to you during your senior year? The worst thing, the absolute worst.
The worst thing? It was actually just something with one of my friends. One of my friends came out and told me that, they had a lot of problems, that they were maybe going to have to, move away or go to a special school to take care of. And that was really hard for me, just because, I sympathized with my friend. I felt really bad, and also, you don't want your close friend to have to move away, especially when it's for something and you just wish you could help, but you can't always help certain situations.
And did the friend move away eventually?
No, they're still looking into it, and they're still obviously struggling with their problem, but they're still here right now.
Okay, well, that's good. I hope the whole situation goes well. And let's talk about your academic life. Senior year is, I think, for me, senior year is harder than junior year academically. How is it for you?
It's definitely harder. I always tell people, it's such a lie. All my senior friends that are now graduated and in college, last year they told me, they're like, junior year is the hardest, don't you worry, you'll get to senior year and everything will be okay, but they lied. It's a lot harder, and you have to balance it, your schoolwork with college apps and all the other senior-y things, so, yeah, it is really challenging this year, but I don't know, I actually kind of like it because the classes are the most interesting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And you're actually learning, like, there's a lot of learning in your senior year. Because during your high school year, you kind of build up your procrastination skills, and
Yeah.
I'm sure every student procrastinates.
Mm-hmm.
And did you procrastinate?
Luckily, I didn't procrastinate as much as I thought I would have, but I owe that all to my GEMS class. If you take GEMS, which I don't know what that stands for, but I'm sure it starts with the word gifted because it's for gifted students, you actually spend like your first few weeks talking about writing college essays, and you take like a day or a couple of days to write some college essays, and I feel like if I hadn't done that, if I hadn't been forced to sit down and write my college essays, it would have been way too overwhelming for me.
So your senior year, the worst class, I'm surprised that it's not Calculus BC. I'm sure it's a challenging class.
Oh, it's challenging, but I have no idea what it is. I just love that class so much. I was just telling one of my classmates today, I think it might be my favorite class this year, just because I love math and I love like making connections. You take geometry and algebra and you're just kind of learning things and you're like, oh, that's interesting, but then calculus, like, it kind of takes everything and it just brings it together and it makes it make sense, and it applies to so many things, and you're like, this is so cool.
Oh wow, I've never seen a student that was so like intrigued through that.
You should meet Harnam.
Harnam?
Yeah.
Oh, I know him. I know Harnam.
He loves math.
I know. But it seems like to me that you are more like enthusiastic about math, and you're just like, love math.
It's definitely just this year. Last year I decided I hated math. I was like, I don't know, this fag math is too hard. I can't do it. But then calculus this year, Christine Choi talked me into doing BC with her, and I'm so glad I did. It is such a good class.
So thank you, Christine, again.
Thank you.
And there's I obviously don't know who Christine Choi is, but
You don't?
I know her.
Oh, I was so amazed.
I know who Christine Choi is, but let's talk about her a little bit, because it seems like she had a lot of impact in your life, and she is definitely one of your best friends.
Yeah.
And what kind of impact does she have on you? Because I think having a good friend is really, 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 really important.
Yeah.
And share your experience.
She has really helped me get through, everything. It sounds so like cliche and cheesy, but it helps. We've always had, classes together with Latin and math and English, so it helps that we see each other a lot, but also I don't know what it is about her. She's just amazingly patient. Like, I'm not the easiest person to get along with all the time. I can be really emotional or weird or crazy, and she puts up with me somehow. Yeah, it's amazing when I think back to when we first became friends, was freshman year in orchestra class, and I just thought she was like this quiet little Asian girl, she didn't really talk to anybody. She was my stand partner in orchestra. And I was like, we were really like quiet to each other, As the year went on, since we had math and Latin and all these classes together, the year went on, she is an aggressive person. And
aggressive person? Like how?
She was really hostile. Like, she would push me in the hallways, of course, in a nice way. But, I don't know. That's just how we became, like, friends. But then, as we actually, like, started talking and, sharing our experiences, we became really close friends. And I'm going to miss her a lot, when senior year's over. So
let's leave a message to Christine Choi. Just anything you'd like to say to her.
Okay. Christine, you may not get sarcasm very well, but you are one of the smartest, nicest, funniest people that I've ever met, and I'm going to miss you so much. But thank you so much for being such a good friend to me. I love you a lot.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you guys are so blessed to have each other, and I hope you guys can maintain your friendship, even if you go to colleges and even if you guys live far apart from each other. But so before we go, I would like to. This is a new thing that I'm pushing. It's the PhD essential question time. Woo! The essential question for you is well, it was, what does Christine mean to you? But it's gonna change. What does your new boyfriend mean to you?
My new boyfriend, Jaehoon, who I don't even know your last name, but obviously you're very special to me. I hope we can still be friends when I break up with you in like an hour, and I hope it doesn't hurt too badly. But you seem like a really nice guy, and I'm very lucky to have you right now. You are very special to me for the next hour.
Thank you so much. You are so special to me as well. Today we were here with obviously not Kimberly Kimberly Who, but Kimberly Howe with an E. Howe with a silent E. Right? Kind of like a silent E, but it's like how. We were here with Howe. She shared her interesting life with us, gave us some really motivational kind of moments. Alright, I thank you for being here today. Thank you for sharing your stories. Thank you guys for watching PhD Podcast number 7. We will be back next time with a person you know. Bye-bye. Thank you guys. You have to do the PhD thing. Bye. Bye. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
My last name is Lee.
Lee? Okay. I thought it might have been Lee, but I didn't want to guess because that might have been really racist.
Yeah.
If I was like, Jaehoon Lee, right? And you're like, no, it's Kim. And I'm like, oh, awkward.
Well, we still have an hour, so
okay.
We're still in a relationship.